you are greeted by your host, Mr. Harrison Woods. Coming down, of course, a spiral staircase. No, just a broad staircase at the entrance there. And the impression you get of the place is that it's like, it's the kind of place that's like too clean to be real, right? It's just like, it's so perfect that it's unbelievable. And he comes down, he says, welcome, welcome. Would you please? He kind of gestures for you to follow him up the stairs. I'd love to have a conversation with you in my office.
All right.
Follow, I guess, yeah.
So he leads you up the stairs and into a lavishly appointed office space. I found a nice picture that I think would represent what his house kind of looks like in my imagination. And I think the office space would be like part of the glass that's looking over the pool area, which you'll see in a moment. So like he's got this kind of office space up here. This, I imagine this would be like the view from the back. All the garages and stuff that I mentioned at the beginning would be up at the front. One of these paths is probably one of the ones that leads to the helipad. So, yeah, he leads you into there. He says, you know, I really like living in this nice house. I really like that the people of Halcyon City have love and respect for me and what I do for our community at Halcyon Labs. I'm very grateful. Have you ever practiced that? You know, it's that meditation technique of gratitude. You sit and you think about all the good things in your life. He kind of waits for you to respond.
Monstrosity tries not to roll his eyes, and it might be the hardest thing he's ever done.
Well, you know, I just started it not very long ago, and it really just changed my life. And he leads you into this office, and there's a screen that's kind of come down as covering one of the windows, and there's a projector that's setting an image on that screen. And he reaches out to the desk and grabs a remote and hits a button, and all of a sudden you're seeing footage of your escapades at Halcyon Labs. It shows Vixen emerging from an exploding wall. It shows fisticuffs between you and guards. It shows Vixen holding this glowing object. I forget what we called it.
The Brylan Cube.
The Brylan Cube. Holding the Brylan Cube and making a break for it. And then he kind of hits another button on the remote, and we see the monstrosity skulking around. I think there was that amazing episode where there were guards, I think, in an elevator or something like that. I don't remember exactly how it turned out, but anyway, it appears that the monstrosity is attacking these people very viciously, and like there's a few snarls that are shown and a couple of close-ups of his face and a lot of blurry motion in between. He kind of hits the pause button. It says, very thankful for everything. You know, like for example, this beautiful technology that we have in this. There's nothing like the system that we have for sharing information with the world. In fact, there's so much information out there that the biggest problem that we have is finding out what is actually true. And so we have to turn to people that we trust in order to figure that out. And you know what? I like you too. I really do. I think you've got this really good this great brand. You know, standing up for the poor people in the alleys there. You know, always doing the right thing. People really like that. And you know, if we can make it work, I'd be happy to help you package that deal. You know, help you sell it to the public. You know, set yourselves up as, oh, I don't know. You know, some of those big heroes that we've had around here. We always need the next big ones coming. Again, he pauses, waiting for you to say something.
Hey, what can I say, man? We tried doing things our way, but you were one step ahead of us every time. So let's try doing things your way.
Vixen, do you feel the same way?
I am interested in what you have in mind.
You know, in the end, I'm a very simple man. All I want is for things to work properly. I want to make sure that the wheels that are turning are properly greased, and that all of the mechanisms that are in place to make that happen are functioning properly. Mainly, I don't want a wrench, if you want to follow the analogy, to be thrown into the works. I'd like you to be part of my system rather than something that's just gonna get ground into the gears. And he sits back and he pushes play again, and all of a sudden, like newscaster appears and starts narrating the events with horror, and this thing is like clearly has been set up, done up already. And you see like all of the footage that you saw, this carefully selected images of your activities at Halcyon Labs, is put together to tell the story of you breaking in and stealing the Bryson Cube and causing all kinds of priceless destruction in your wake. And finally, he pauses it again. He says, and I can really help your image if you're to go along with it. If you are feeling amenable to this, that's fantastic. All you need to do is lie low for a while. I'll call you when I need you. What do you say? Kind of leans back on his desk with holding the remote in his hand. Takes a sip of something, a water on the desk.
I think Monstrosity is amused by his threats to smear him, you know, as if Monstrosity wasn't already a monster to everyone who crossed his path. Like it's almost cute, kind of, but he's playing along. He's down to play along, and he knows that Vixen wants into that concrete compound, and he's like looking around, seeing if there's a way. Like if he can get Vixen 10 minutes in that compound, we might get what we need to take this guy down. But so yeah, I guess I want to assess the situation.
Great. You're looking around, trying to figure things out. Roll plus superior.
Yeah, I'm down to just keep playing this Harrison guy's game. Just play along until like we can find some opportunity to get the dirt you need. Boxcars, baby.
All right, so take intel and ask two other questions that are on the list there.
Okay. What here can I use to get Vixen the evidence she needs to take Harrison Woods down? Like, is there a laptop that we can jack? Can we like tap into the CCTV network and use it against him, or is that how discreetly could we head to that concrete bunker, that suspicious concrete bunker?
Start recording with my suit and just try to butter this guy up into giving us more and more info.
What here can I use to help Vixen get the information that she needs? I mean, when you are a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. And I mean, you could probably break into that place using force, but you said discreetly. And like, he's not making any threats. He's asking you just to be on his side, just to leave and be quiet. So, I mean, you could kind of leave and then sneak back. It is evening, so you are getting the cover of darkness.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that
What
might be
about-
what you notice. You notice the sun has just set. You're in dusk.
Okay.
So what about rolling to provoke him, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah, just provoke him into giving a little bit more information, just that he's
so
got it all
this is
so figured out with his gratitude.
Yeah, so
Right.
provoking is definitely an option, and there's also, if you're trying to kind of get a read on him specifically, there's also the so anyway, you're suggesting provoking him. So.
Yeah,
provoking him into getting a little bit more information.
Roll plus superior. Say what you do first.
Give a little chuckle and
Is this Vixen provoking or monstrosity?
This is yeah. I think. Is that okay, Jeff? If I go ahead and provoke?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Provoke away.
It's a plus.
Provoke
it's a plus
away,
superior. It's like, yeah, gratitude must be really hard to come by in a position like this, right? You know, you're a man with high ambition and the weight of the world on your shoulders. You've got a lot of ideas and a lot of people that answer to you. Is that right? You make a lot of public statements. I'm sure that everything you've said is organized in perfect sound bites and could never be doctored the way, footage like this could be doctored, I'm sure.
Okay, what are you trying to get him to do? Just
I'm trying to get him to spill some dirt. I want to record. I've got my suit recording.
Okay. You are recording for your own purposes. I like it.
Yes, I am.
Getting fire with fire. Okay. Roll plus superior.
I'm all baby. Oh, frack. 7.
Choose.
Oh, hold on. Do you roll? Say we were trying to get them to do and roll plus superior. Sorry.
For NPCs, it says on a 7 to 9, they do part of what you want. It says or choose one. Oh, okay. So you can either get part of what you want, which is him to spill a little bit of dirt, or you could get +1 forward against him. So you could try something different. he makes a mistake. So he errs and you gain a critical opportunity, which sounds like what you're going for anyways. Or he overreacts, you pierce the mask with a 10.
And that would be that roll right there. That would have had to be a 10 plus, right? To pierce the mask. Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
No, on a 7 to 9, they do part of what you want, or you choose one. So if you want to pierce the mask, you can do that.
Piercing the mask is a mundane roll, so that seems like a nice setup. Right? And it is kind of it's an admission thing, right? So we're trying to really get
you kind of are, yeah. So you provoked him, and you're so I'm going to ramble on a little bit, but are you choosing pierce the mask?
Yeah, I think let's go for it.
You get 3 questions from the pierce the mask list.
Okay. And I have to declare them before I roll again, yeah?
Okay. You don't need to roll again. You just get the 3 questions.
What are you really planning?
He is trying to he's actually been trying to provoke you. You recognize this when you start being a little snarky with him, and the corner of his lip starts to curve upward in a smile, because he says, oh, yeah, they aren't coming here to play nice. Okay? He just senses from your tone that you're not doing it. He is planning to provoke you and get you to do something on camera. That's gonna get
okay.
I guess I gave you 2 for 1 there. Yes, when the question, what do you want me to do? But you can still ask 2.
Bringing in the question I want to get to is, what do you intend to do? And I want to bring in some of the examples from the footage that he showed, right? You know, our experience of of being led to Halcyon Labs about having supers in his pocket, like the red blur and like do I say Cygnus? Dream Tiger, yeah.
Obviously Cygnus.
Kind of lead to, you know, something to the effect of, we've met people that are on your side, and we're not convinced it's the best place for us. No. But it's, you know, with this league of superheroes on your payroll, what's your end game?
My end game. It's far beyond anything you could possibly imagine. But let's begin with, I want to protect. Let's see. I don't have mission. I don't have background for him.
I'm close friends with this guy. I got a pretty wild imagination.
Let's just say I want to protect Halcyon City.
From whom?
From anyone who would do it harm. What do you intend to do? So the question that you're asking is like, what is his ultimate goal, kind of a thing?
Yeah.
To do? And I can tell by your unfortunate tone that it doesn't seem that you're quite convinced that this is the best option for you. So unfortunately,
I'm here.
We're going to have to demonstrate to the people out there why you are a danger to this city. And he is reaching over to a button on his desk. Yeah, one more question before he presses it.
And then what happens to the little people that somebody like this is trying to protect? What happens when you're the most powerful man in Halcyon City, and you're expected to empathize with the ones that we stepped in and tried to protect when it came to the mayoral candidacy address initially. What happens when we hear that the Duke of Disaster breaking out was put to a stop from our involvement in there? What happens when the Bryland Cube being put safely into the authorities' hands comes out as truth? What happens when you are all high and mighty up atop your perch and you own everybody?
So that's awesome. I love that little tirade. And it gives him pause. Now, which of the questions are you answering? I think
I don't know. I went off book.
Can I suggest, what is your character really feeling?
Sure. I was leaning towards, how can I get your character to spill something unsavory?
Okay.
But if you're suggesting, what are you really feeling?
I'm gonna give it to you. All right. So he's reaching out for the button. You start on this tirade, and it pauses him. And you actually, now you're a court lawyer. You are very accomplished.
Body language expert.
Exactly. Mundane skills of reading people. And this man is confident. He is charming. He is an ideal politician because he can say anything and it just sounds beautiful in the way he speaks and stuff like that. But as he hesitates, he's broken eye contact with you, and you just get the sense like he is chilled. He's scared by the line of questioning that you're taking. And it just doesn't make sense for this man who wants to be in control, who wants to have power, to be scared of like what happens when he has it. And for just the briefest of moments, his eyes look back and forth as if he's a hunted animal, as if there's something bigger than him looking over his shoulder and watching his every move. And his hand hovering over that button, he says, "The Duke of Disaster wasn't my idea. Dream Tiger, I knew about him. That was part of my plan, but..." And then, as if he realized what he's saying, he snaps out of it and hits the little black button on his desk. And immediately, sirens start going off. There's clanging. I think some bars start going down over the glass of the windows. Maybe not like bars, but like roll shutters. So to kind of seal you in. It says, "I'm afraid we're out of time here, lady and gentlemen. You'll have to excuse me." And he goes behind his desk. As the door behind you opens up, and you hear, "Go, go, 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 go." And you see the quick moving figures of some suited characters who are quickly running into the long room where you're standing. They're at the other end. What do you do?
Okay. Well, we got the confession that we needed, right? Is if we can get Harrison and get him out of here, we effectively have what we need to put him away. He confessed to using Dream Tiger to kidnap people. That's what we need. We need him, and we need out.
Can I parkour ninja, hop over the desk and flip over behind him and get him?
Restrain him?
Yeah, restrain him.
Yeah, show me how it goes. We'll see. Roll like you. It's so. This has been so much fun for me because like your rolls have been so good that literally, I'm just keep knocking on wood because if this doesn't work, I know what I'm gonna do.
Oh dear.
I would also like to do that. I would also kind of like to be the monster. I'm effectively going to try
Can you
and
throw
bluff
the
these
desk
guards
at
that
them?
just ran into the place with biting off his head.
You are going to bite off Harrison Wood's head?
No, it's a bluff. It's a threat. I'm being the monster. I'm inhabiting the persona that they all like put on me.
Sure. Let's resolve. Vixen's
Yeah, of
move
course.
first.
Your move first, Vixen.
Roll plus
Okay.
mundane.
Parkour ninja. I'm gonna sort of side flip over the desk, give it a big old kick towards the guards as they come in, and then wrap an arm around Harrison Williams.
Sorry, what do you do toward the guards?
I kick the desk.
Oh, you're like tipping the desk over.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a big elbow kind of a thing, probably a few hundred pounds. It's not going to be like a aluminum one that you just like.
Not something epic that's just like paper flying everywhere.
I mean, you could hide it.
I mean, it's the kind of, we'll put it this way, it's the kind of desk you can parkour on. Like you can slide across it and like do cool moves like that.
I see.
Monstrosity could probably tip up the desk.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
So I
if
jump
you want to
up.
like slide and grab Harrison, I will
pick
pick up the desk and throw it at the guards if
Yes.
you want to do it that way.
All right,
gonna
roll
box
your mundane.
I rolled a 9 plus 3, so 12.
Okay. All right. So you bypass the desk. Now you want to. The guards begin shooting in your direction, and you hear the now familiar sound of some kind of energy being released towards you. You also hear a couple of poop poop type moves. So let's say you are past the desk and you need to do something to restrain this guy, hey? Sounds like you would be maybe unleashing your martial arts kind of powers. Does that seem right?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to do that. You can use your parkour ninja to take a +1 in order to do that.
Yeah, that's unleash powers.
You're rolling plus freak, which is I think -1 for you.
Yeah, it is.
Yikes! So that puts you
It's
at
like a
a
cold
straight.
roll. Net 0. There we go. Oh, you're kidding me. I got snake eyes.
Okay.
Oh,
So you slide across there, just as he smiles and disappears down through the floor. I think you now would need to either act under pressure or use your parkour ninja to kind of regain your feet, because there's kind of like a hole in the floor that closes and you will lose a limb if it's in the wrong place.
Yeah, let's parkour ninja.
I guess avoid harm would be the one that you could spit.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, let's do it.
So describe how you avoid that situation.
So I kind of picture it as like I kind of tumble and it's a dive, but I just do a quick kind of shoulder roll and one hand pop off, or two hands pop off handspring over top of the door as it closes shut.
You used your 3 things. So I was going to suggest you maintain your speed and momentum, but I think you kind of land on the other side where the shutter is coming down over the window past the desk there. Monstrosity, what are you up to?
I'm picking up that big oak desk and I'm throwing it at the guards that just entered the room.
He's not tipping the desk.
No. No, yeah. No half measures, baby.
All right. It sounds like you were directly engaging a threat, so please roll plus danger.
7.
Okay, you got to pick one of the things.
Okay. I'm tempted to do resist or avoid their blows because that's always like a handy one to choose. But I want to create an opportunity for my allies.
Okay, what's the opportunity you want to create?
I want Vixen to get like a leg up on getting her hands on the creep.
Like to try and get
I don't.
lips?
Yeah.
Is he pretty much gone without a trace, or is there like?
I
Like,
had
even
described
that
it as he went
opportunity
down
is
through the
she's
floor,
able
but
to
door
continue
closed up behind her.
pursuing like without guard interference, then that's good enough for me.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to you pursuing him, but the way I described it is like, yeah, he is out of view at the moment, so you'd have to do some figuring out
I think,
to get there.
yeah, Jeff, you just got a stunner slam. I something tells me he's headed to that dungeon.
Right on.
Is that what you choose then?
I'm going to choose that.
Okay. So you throw this desk and it just plows into 3 of these guards who are just completely knocked sprawling. And the 2 that are remaining, they take cover behind a futon that's there. One of them pops up, boom, boom, and lets 2 things go. You are hit with like one of them misses, but one of them you get hit with this kind of sticky blob of goo that starts to expand.
Right on, right on.
That thing.
All right, what do you do? The desk that was protecting you now, Vixen, has left you exposed.
Can I parkour ninja like swing off a light fixture and
Yep,
try to take out one of these other guys?
roll it.
Yeah, boxcars.
Okay.
Why couldn't I get that one like a roll ago?
I'm gonna give you I think I gave you 3 last time. No, sorry, I'm looking at directly engage your threats. I should be looking at Parkour Ninja. Yeah, so you get your 3. I'm gonna give you another one because I love this move and because you have your boxcars. So you get 4 flow to use in this scene.
I mean, I'll use the top 4.
Avoid harm. What obstacle are you trying to bypass?
Monstrosity.
I'm gonna say he's not an obstacle, but you just mean like getting across the room without being shot.
Yeah, I guess the space.
Great.
The space.
Describe how
between
you do that,
guys.
and then what do you do when you get across the space?
So I'm gonna do a quick little shoulder roll, a little serpentine move, and then jump up onto this light fixture, pop myself up, and then just soar through the air, and then
Just like perfect diver form.
Yeah, perfect diver form, and I latch just head around this guy as I bring him down, and I throw him over me.
Okay, so that is directly engaging, but you get a +1.
All right.
And then you're going to maintain your speed and momentum.
Yep.
I'll give you a +1 forward to Parkour Ninja if you do that. I should add that in there because I like that.
Add what in there? What? Using a ninja move to directly engage.
Yeah, like you can maintain your speed and momentum.
Yeah.
It just means like if you do that and then you make another parkour ninja move, then you get +1 to that because I like that idea.
So yeah, I guess like there's the fine line where it becomes not parkour ninjas anymore is when I'm using it to attack somebody. Is that right?
Yeah, well,
Or
it's
subdue
not.
somebody.
Yeah, yeah. It says because when you use your training to focus in on a challenge, and you're definitely using your martial arts training to attack this guy. Yeah,
It's not really. I don't know. I'm hoping to not engage him. Right. My hope is to just kind of one move, lay him out. So get out. I'm not looking to trade blows with this guy. For the record.
so you're making the case that you are not directly engaging a threat.
Mm-hmm.
I still like the idea of
+1 to directly engage.
because I think that's how it should work. It's like think of it like Spider-Man, right? You're like bouncing around, you're doing all this acrobatic stuff.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem. And then like every once in a while, you land a hit, right?
Yeah, fair enough. I guess there's 2 of these guys left. So Monstrosity hit 3 of them, and there's 2 of them left.
3 of them are stunned, and yeah, there are 2 of them left. They're both behind the futon, and you're engaging one of them right now.
Okay. Can I just like kick over?
Defend against this guy since you're kind of trying to subdue him, but not.
I guess I'm wondering if I can just try to like kick over the futon and hit these guys then, or something like that, instead of just trying to land on one of them.
Yeah,
there's a way I can get both of them.
So roll plus savior.
Plus savior. Mm-hmm. Oh, defend. Okay, I'm defending monstrosity.
You're defending. It says when you defend someone or something from an immediate threat. These guys are an immediate threat. Yeah. You are not trying to hurt them. You're just trying to stop.
I gotcha. Savior is good. I got an 8.
Okay, choose one. Resist or avoid their blows, I'm assuming, because that's what you want to do. So you land into the futon, and it rolls on top of them. And so again, they're sprawled out. They're not fully stunned, but you can make a break for the exit.
I'm just gonna look straight at monstrosity and it's like, be the monster.
Oh man, yeah. If we were playing the full masks thing, that would have been something you did to him. But yeah, we're not going to move labels. I don't think he's already as monstrous as he can be, anyways.
And I think our best bet is to actually try to get out of the house. So I'm going to say, like, take us out the window, man.
Nice.
What's happened to Harrison in all of this?
He went through the floor.
Oh, okay. So a door opened up on the floor. He went down.
Yeah, the vixen missed the roll to get him. So I'm just saying that the miss wasn't that she didn't do what she wanted. It's just that his escape route.
Is that hole in the floor still open?
Nope. Okay,
Monstrosity is gonna unstoppable and tear that hole back open again.
So Vixen turns to you and says, "Be the monster. Get us out a window." You say,
"I got a better idea."
Yeah, exactly. I got a better idea.
All right.
Is this hole big enough for monstrosity?
Well, these guys are all kind of like gathering themselves off together. That you can make your move, but they're going to start firing and being a threat again as soon as you make your move. So you're being unstoppable?
I'm being unstoppable. 10.
When you smash your way through scenery to get to something, the world breaks before you and you get what you want. I love it. So you go over there, you're like galloping on your all fours. After throwing the desk, you kind of like engage them. You got this sticky glob on you, you're galloping on your all fours, and you just literally tear. There's this kind of like irised metal thing, and probably made of steel. You reach your fingers in between there and you just peel it up like petals of a flower. And below you see a passageway. It's more like a elevator shaft. It's very short. It's only probably a 15-foot drop, and you see the office chair that Harrison Woods was standing beside down at the bottom, and then another exit going, surprisingly, into the direction of the little concrete bunker that you saw, the helipad.
Yeah, let's do it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Parkour ninja slide across the floor and dive in.
100%. So you leap down there, you land on your feet. The passage is open above you, so you start hearing the scrambling of the team above you as they're like chattering in radio jargon. Oh, we got 2 down. We need a medic on and the eastern wing of the office, blah blah, all that kind of stuff. And you leap down and you land like a cat, Vixen. Monstrosity, you land however the hell you want.
The world just broke before you.
Yeah, and there's another doorway there. You just blow it off its hinges. And you see kind of a passageway carved out of rock with some fluorescent lights and conduit above, overhead. You run down the passage, and you get to a big like vault kind of style door there. There's a keypad and a thing and a biometric security there. And you, and Vixen's like, hooray! He goes up to the keypad. Meanwhile, Monstrosity goes, clang! Into the vault door. Clang! He runs, backs up and does a
Yay!
clang!
So funny.
The door collapses inwards to a cloud of dust. We see the panel from the inside, and in the dark room, and we see a bright, your silhouettes against the relatively bright light of the fluorescent bulbs behind you. And the panel that we see is kind of has a rosy haze to it. And you have a split-second image of 2 red dots before Monstrosity, you get hit. I don't want to hit you. I think because you had a nice roll, it hits the wall behind you, leaving 2 seared marks, and you see the heroic form of your hero, Apex, emerge from the darkness.
Knew this was gonna happen.
Surrender. You're surrounded. There's the team behind you and me before you.